Creeks haven't been this dry since 2012. Pretty dry. Some of them have more springs than others, but there's water in front of me. But nothing's changed here since first week of June was the last major flood. I only had a couple real serious rains since then. But the point of this video actually isn't about finding an artifact, although I'd take an arrowhead right now, I'd take it happily. The point of this video is to prove again my bona fides, which I'm going to give up on that pretty quick. I'm going to prove something today, or try to prove something. Hickbilly Outdoors, I'm DW Verts. Beautiful mid-October day. And I'm going to try to prove a point to the naysayers who probably won't even watch this anyway. Be right back. So I want to say right up front, for the folks that support me and my channel, I really appreciate it. There's a lot more positive people out there than are negative. But for the negative folks and the trolls that are just rude, I don't know. I think a lot of people judge a video by the title and don't even watch the daggum thing, you know. But I'm going back to a month or two ago. I found these two pieces, and they're not much, okay? Except they are. For one thing, they're mine. This flake, it's a flake, okay? It's a flake. It was busted off by ancient man. It's part of a bigger rock trying to get it down. But what they did was they worked the very tip of it down. See that kill shot? No doubt it's been worked down. You can see every hit they made to make that happen. A very fine piece of work. This one here just freaked me out. It was a bigger piece at one time, I guess. But anyway. And I heard, well, that's just napped by the creek. Horse pucky. You can see every hit that thing had took on it. We're going to talk about that. So, here is my point. I know I tend to ramble. That's a post-stroke thing I can't get over. Sometimes I get going fast. Had a stroke years back, and whatever. Here's the point. Those two pieces I just showed you, I found just down this creek a little ways this summer, and I had a couple comments saying that napped by the creek napped. I used to call it nature napped. And the one guy goes, "You're misleading people, you're putting stupid thoughts in their heads." Really? Well, that guy's an idiot. You're not paying attention. I have nothing to gain from this. I have no ego. I don't care. This channel's never going to be big enough to make me any real money. It's just taking y'all along on my journeys and maybe try to show you some stuff. If that's not good enough for people, don't watch. How's that? Okay, here's the point. If those two pieces that I found down the creek here, it's actually where it joins another creek. If those two pieces were napped by nature to look potentially like it could be an artifact or something that ancient man, Paleo Indians, whatever, Native Americans, if that's true, where's the rest of them? What? I'm looking at millions and millions and millions of rocks here down this creek that have been tumbled for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Where's the rest of them? On that day, I spent 4 or 5 hours anyway. I think it was 5 hours hunting points for those two weird pieces. Okay, I fished some that day too. I give in. But anyway, for those two pieces that really were kind of unique and strange and cool in their own way, where's the rest of them? What? Where are they? I don't even see any nature nap stuff here. Possibly there. When a rock gets tumbled in a creek by water, it's going to have pieces knocked off. rocks are gonna break. They're gonna come apart. Okay, just the way it is. However, they sure don't break or come apart like a man hit them. When man hits that rock trying to make a tool, he's hitting it with a careful, precise blow that creates a hurricane cone effect, just like breaking a windshield. You get a windshield chip, you look at it's a hurricane cone. It's science, it's simple, proven. So where are the rest of those? I mean, I haven't seen one here yet. Millions of rocks tumbled for thousands of years. Where are they? You would think there must be hundreds of thousands of those creek napped artifacts that I put any stupid ideas in y'all's heads about. Is that what we're talking about? Wait a minute. Let's cut away. Let's try this a different way. Because a creek, for all the pressure that water put, I mean, this thing here, that bank is 8 foot high, and I've seen this thing out more than once. A lot of water. Not now, but wait. As fast as a creek can tumble rocks, as ferocious as water can be, how fast is that water really? How fast is it? If a fast-flowing creek around here streams 3 or 4 miles an hour, do they flow 8 miles an hour when they're flooding, 10 miles an hour? Truthfully, the bigger it gets, the less speed it has. As the speed when it narrows down. Are we getting 10 miles an hour? Do we get 15 mile an hour currents in a flood, do you think? I don't know. That'd be an Army Corps engineer, hydrodynamic professional could tell me that. A hydrologist, something to do with water, I don't know. A hydromaniac. Instead of a crazy rock maniac like me. So, 20 mile an hour, I don't believe that. 20 mile an hour would be fast. Let's say the water's going 20 mile an hour. I'm going to tell you right now, I can throw a rock at a toss faster than 20 mile an hour. I can toss, not throw, I can toss a rock 20 mile an hour and never get a chip off that looks like a hurricane cone that was made by native man. However, let's go somewhere right now where there is that kind of force applied, possibly. Let's go there right now. So look what we got right here. About 3/4 mile of rock piled up alongside the road by the road grader, road maintainer. A lot of it is chert. A lot of it. You know, what they made arrowheads out of, like that right there. So, do I have to walk very far this 3/4 mile before I'm going to find a piece that's been napped? Wait a minute. No, wait a minute, stop. People are telling me that I'm finding stuff in the creeks that have been napped by the creek. Nature napped, rock rolled in the creek so it looks like an arrowhead or an artifact. And they think I'm crazy. Well, wait a minute. My guess is that a road grader puts a lot more pressure on a rock than a creek does. So surely we'll find some napped stuff through here, won't we? I mean, look at this. There's a piece that's been busted. Oh, look at that piece been all busted up. Look at that. Well, I don't see anything that looks like an artifact, though. Wait a minute. There'll be something here, surely. Right? Because how much pressure does a maintainer or a road grader or a bulldozer or whatever else, how much pressure does it put on a rock? Surely enough to nap one, right? So this was cut out so water flows. A lot of pressure there. Oh, look, a flake. There's a flake. Sure enough. Not very pretty, sugar quartz or nice or whatever it's called, but it doesn't have any of the markings that man did it. It's been blowed off. It's no structural integrity to it. It's just broke off flake. So, was that an artifact? Well, I guess if something done this summer is an artifact, it is. You're getting my point. I'm being smart ass enough. All this rock is hit, and most of this rock comes out of this road. The roads around my house are made of rock. If you can see all that rock, chert right there, cherts everywhere. Look at this. The road is on top of rock here. There's creek gravel also. So yes, you do occasionally actually find an artifact in these ditches because creek gravel's brought in, or it's cut through the side of a hill where artifacts were to start with. That makes sense? Kinda. but mostly no. When you find a piece here that's been napped on, you know it. See, if I found that in context, I could say that's nature nap. I mean, that's napped by man. But it's just ugly. The brakes on it are not well-formed brakes. Yeah, it's got a shape to it, but those are not hit with careful precision like ancient man did, because ancient man was smart. They knew how to make something work. That is just a piece of rock. It looks like an artifact, but it's not. It does not have the fine little pieces, little notches, little chunks taken off that were done with a purpose. They weren't just, you just don't hit on a rock and make something. You have to carefully build your platforms. You have to carefully structure it so it comes out as a workable piece. And ancient men were smart. They knew that kind of stuff. I can't believe I just now walked 100 yards up this creek to find a nice spot with right sun and no wind, trying to prove a point that I already know to people that really don't care. Talking to myself in a ditch in the middle of the woods. Uh-oh. Get the butterfly nets, padded walls, and cherry coke. So if that doesn't prove my point, I don't care. Like I said, it's just what it is. If nature and creeks can roll a rock to make it look like an artifact, surely a bulldozer or a road grader can do the same. There's a pointed rock. Look at that. There's a kind of a Hurricane cone right there. Kind of one. But big old chunks knocked off by road graders, not by man. There you are. Peace, y'all. Dale Verts. We'll talk at you later. God bless.